bet you this fixes the problem.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can she hear me now?
Can you hear it now?
Can she hear me now?
Gotcha.
What she say?
She said check out the comments.
I see it. Alright,
So
boo.
she said it's still nothing.
Still nothing?
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
I guess we're bad luck.
She got it now.
She got it now?
You hear it now?
I'm about to say, like, how's that even possible? Like, I don't even know the answer to that math problem.
I said that was important when my girl called. She knows what's going on.
I didn't know the answer to that math problem.
Sugar know I'm at work. Sugar know what I'm doing. Here playing with the boys.
If she couldn't hear me, then I didn't know what to tell her. You know what I'm saying?
Pause on that. But yeah. So Mr. Randy Hef, you want to go ahead and kick things off, Mr.
Oh man, definitely.
For sure. Let you do your thing.
Man, we're here with two elders. They're from the the Mormon Church.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And we like
it's the LDS Church, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm not certain if anyone heard the, again, peace and blessings. Your boy 7, that's me, Mr. Randy F. We're here with two members of the LDS Church here to kind of share some of their word with us, and as we kind of get into this interview, we don't have a whole lot of time, so we want to make sure we kind of touch some points and do as best we can while we're here. Go ahead.
Sir.
It was good. So we have Cole, Elder Cole, right?
Elder James.
Elder James, my bad.
First name's Cole.
First name's Cole.
So,
I got to address him with some respect. You know what I'm saying?
Put some respect on it.
Man, he's all of 20 years old.
That's
Elder
right.
James, just tell us how you got into this church.
Yeah.
I was raised in it. Just born and raised, and then I guess you got to find out for yourself sooner or later what you believe in. So in high school, just did my thing. Just tested the waters with just life and just doing whatever I can do to pray, live it, and then not live it as well. So I got both sides, and then
Right on.
had a come to Jesus moment after I graduated high school because I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life. I wanted to play football for Dixie State University, but they got a new coach, and I ended up some things started happening where I wasn't able to play anymore. So
I see. Man.
during that summer, decided to pray, and I figured out that I want to be part of this church. I want to do this thing, and I just felt a lot of peace and happiness in my life, and wanted to share that with other people and help people find peace through Christ. So
Really?
yeah.
What about you?
Right, so kind of similar to Elder James, I was born into the church, kind of just raised into it. But as a teenager, you have those ups and downs, and you're not sure about things. Just kind of have a lot of questions. And ultimately, just like you said, you got to find out for yourself. And a lot of that was just a lot of deep soul searching of what do I want out of my life, and recognizing that what I was raised to believe was something that was going to bless my life. It was going to help me and my family. And so I was able to come to know that it's true, and it's something that I can base my life off of, and it can bless my future.
That's good. How does, like, for me, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't know anything about the religion or the church or anything like that, but for me, it's just the guys in a white shirt and some black pants. You know what I'm saying? That's usually on some bicycles moving around.
Right.
Like, it sounds stereotypical, but like, I'm just saying that this how I like. This guys that they always tell me about Jesus or whatever. So for me, for an outsider looking in, like, you guys are out there, or you just like trying to recruit people to join your church, or how?
I mean, our mission statement is to invite others to come into Christ through faith, through repentance, and we do believe in baptism. And so through baptism and receiving the gift of the Holy Ghost, and then endure to the end. We love helping people to endure, because times are rough, especially right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just chaos in the world, and people just don't know where to look toward, look to, and so
everybody needs something to believe
that's
in.
right, yeah. So we help people find out something to believe in, and just give them that hope that they're looking for. So
that's cool. Like, and with the world like experiencing such a time as this, we've never lived through any time like this. Like, and it is kind of scary.
It's crazy.
And like it's been a lot of things happening. Like, do you guys get to voice your opinions on the things that are happening, or is it more like something that's reserved? And
yeah, so like with the COVID-19 and everything going on, I mean, there's a lot of people that are scared, and so we've been able to just voice our opinion through scripture and through, I guess, our own opinion, but then we use scriptures and just pray with people and try to just help people just find that hope, joy, and peace that comes from living the teachings of Jesus Christ, you know. And obviously with some of the other political manners going on,
Sure.
our church actually is politically new. They try to stay politically neutral as possible, and so they ask us as missionaries to keep our political statements to ourselves and just focus on sharing the gospel with people. So
Cool. I can appreciate that.
So,
Go ahead.
no, how long has that been like the position of the church? Like that, just a
politically neutral.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I just know that's just what I've been taught, and I don't know the history on that. I have to look it up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Hef.
That's cool. So, do you guys consider yourselves Christians, or is it
Yes,
just another?
yes.
So, Christians.
Yes,
Cool,
we
cool,
would
cool.
prefer that because a lot of people, they do call us Mormons and they don't think we're Christian, but we believe in Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, and so yeah, I prefer to be Christian.
And do you guys have your own Bible, or is it just the same Bible as Christians use?
Yeah, we believe in using the Bible, and then we also have what's called the Book of Mormon.
Okay.
And the Book of Mormon is another testament of Jesus Christ. It's you got the Old Testament, the New
Sorry.
Testament, and you got the Book of Mormon. And the Book of Mormon actually just takes place in the Americas, ancient Americas.
Wait, the Book of Mormon takes place in America.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So you have your own Bible? You have an American
Yeah,
Bible?
I have a copy right here, actually.
You have a wow.
You
Can
can check it out.
mind if I? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys read this? I mean, I guess to be a minister or whatever, you got to
Every
read
day.
the whole thing. Jeez.
Yeah. So like, I guess like
is
in
wild.
the Old Testament, you had some prophets during that time. There's a family in the beginning of the book where his name's Lehi, and he talks to God, and he's a prophet during the Old Testament times in the Middle East, and he receives revelation that he needs to take his family to the Promised Land. So we don't know if it's actually America, but we know it's like the Americas, like South America, North America. So he takes his family, they sail out there,
Sure.
and it's pretty much just like about generations of like down to where Jesus Christ actually appears to the people of the Americas after his ministry in the Middle East, and appears to them and teaches them the gospel. And
So he like does some continent hopping.
Mhm.
so Jesus. Wait. So why did Jesus pick America?
So like after the Middle East, he died and was crucified, and then
Sure.
when he was resurrected, then he was able to preach to the people in the Americas, because we read in the Bible that the sheep not of this fold in the Middle East, he had to go visit them, and because he loves everybody, he's going to minister to his to his brothers, sisters, children, to everybody. So
Oh snap!
Because honestly, but the way we see it is, God and Jesus Christ, they love us so much, right?
Yeah.
So it would make sense that they wanted to visit everybody. And
So did they go to? So they go to China too?
They've been everywhere.
Australia?
They've been everywhere.
I have never heard about the Australian Aboriginal
Not
Jesus.
necessarily.
I mean, y'all let me know that Jesus pop up in Australia and Aussie land. Was he down there and down on the? Was he down there and
Maybe, I don't know.
down there with the roos and the jackalopes?
We don't know anything about a physical appearance.
Gotcha.
Christ is always with us as we turn to Him, right?
Right.
But we do believe that He appeared to the people physically in ancient America.
Sure.
And that was after He was resurrected in Jerusalem.
Oh wow. Okay. And so he just appeared. Wow.
That's what's up. So like, just for the persons out there, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one to just like see you guys ride around on those bicycles.
Yeah.
Before it was bicycles to rent in the city, you guys had your own bicycle. But how was the religion founded? Like, where was it founded? Like, how did it get started? I know I know briefly I heard about like Utah or something like that.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Whoa.
Yeah. Davis, want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So we actually believe this is Christ's church, and so when He was on the earth, He established His church, His teachings, and essentially after He died and was resurrected, He went back up to be with God, with His Father.
Sure. Okay.
He left His apostles in charge, but the people rejected the apostles. We know that they were killed off as well, and so that
Wait, the people who were
the people around the apostles, Peter, James, John,
sure.
apostles were
Gotcha.
killed. And so those teachings of Jesus Christ were eventually lost.
Right, they didn't get to get out.
Right. And so we believe that our church was restored. Those truths that were lost were brought back through a man named Joseph Smith. In the 1800s, he was actually just 14 years old at the time, just a 14-year-old farm boy, And
Wow.
there's a lot of religious
Got the word at
confusion.
14?
Yeah.
Age
Yeah,
14.
I know, right?
Man, what am I doing with my life? Man.
For
All
real,
right,
for
right
real,
on,
for
right
real.
on. I'm sorry, keep it moving.
No, you're
Yeah.
good. You're good.
Right on.
But essentially, he just had a question of what church was true, which one he should join, and he found a verse of scripture in the book of James, chapter 1, verse 5, and it essentially says if you don't know something, if you lack wisdom, you can ask God, and He'll give you the answer.
Sure.
And so he was able to take that to heart, and he had an experience where he prayed, and actually in his own words he said, I saw a pillar of light exactly over my head, above the brightness of the sun, which descended gradually until it fell upon me.
Sure.
And when the light rested upon me, I saw two personages whose brightness and glory defy all description, standing above me in the air. And one of them spake unto me, calling me by name, and said, pointing to the other, This is my beloved Son, hear him. And so we believe that God the Father and Jesus Christ appeared to him
Verbatim.
and they were able to tell him that he needed to help bring back those lost truths. And so Christ called him to be a prophet, to bring back the things that he taught when he was on the earth.
Wow. So what do y'all know about like Joseph Smith? Like he was just a 14-year-old rambunctious little kid who was like, hey, and God just one day, pew, touched him, and he was like, he just got the glow, he got the fever, and all of a sudden he was going around proselytizing and telling everybody, I know Jesus. Let me tell you about the story. I mean, like, how did it go exactly? How did he go about spreading the word?
No, that's a good question. Yeah.
Sure.
So, to our knowledge, and I guess like you said, to my knowledge, what I've studied is that Joseph Smith, he grew up in a family where they had beliefs in God. I'm not sure. I knew that his dad went to a certain church, his mom went to a certain church, and so he grew up on the Bible and through prayer. And just because of the religious excitement in the early 1800s with the freedom of religion and things like that, there's a lot of just different people telling him different things of how he could be saved and just different views on stuff. And so he was just really concerned for his soul because he didn't want to go to hell, you know?
Yeah, I get
young
that.
Kid,
Sure.
Just hearing, these adult people telling him, hey, you're going to go to hell if you do this. And somebody else says something else. And so he just, he wanted to figure it out. So he prayed. I mean,
so he prayed.
We'll go to the source. If you pray to God, you're going to find out. So.
I mean, yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. You go to the source, and sometimes. Go ahead.
But real quick, do y'all believe in evil, or is it like a Satan in y'all religion, or is it like an evil side, or is it just all good?
I mean, so we do believe that Satan is real.
Okay.
So y'all believe in like Lucifer or okay.
Yeah, we believe he's a real being and that he's out here to take people down. And through the Bible, through the Book of Mormon, and through praying, you can overcome the evil doings that he does to people. So.
Gotcha.
Temptations or whatever you're struggling with, or even trials. You might be struggling, just with mental illness and things where he's just trying to make you feel lonely.
For sure.
You can rely on God and Jesus Christ to help you get through it.
So how do the Mormons feel like about the protests and everything that's kind of going on in the streets, and people standing up and speaking up against brutality, and people talk about systemic racism and just like, how does the Mormon Church feel? I know you guys like say politically, of course you don't want to get into it, but this isn't like political. This is more like a social issue because we're talking about people and their lives. And
I think it's hard to speak for everyone. Sure. I mean, there's about 18 million of us.
Yeah.
But I'd say that we all have the ability to choose. We're firm believers in what we term agency. And so everybody's has that freedom to choose what they want to do with their lives and make their own choices. And so you're probably going to get, depending on who you ask, a different perspective and opinion on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah, there's it probably just depends on who you're talking to.
Well, I'm asking because you know the church's stance on politics, that they like to stand out of things. So I'm asking, what is the church's stance on social issues? This is a social issue. For example, you guys, the LDS Church has not had, you guys unfortunately haven't had the best history when it comes to black people.
That's true, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like let's be honest. So I'm kind of curious, with a religion that only allowed black people in it in the 70s, didn't start letting black people in until the 70s. What position could you have other than the status quo?
So just to correct some of the with the history. So, like letting in, like we welcomed them in since the beginning. There's a thing called priesthood authority.
Sure.
So priesthood authority is like what happened with the is what it's like the authority to act in God's name, sort of.
Sure.
And so we believe that the authority, it's like authority from God, right?
Sure.
And so it's happens to the beginning of time with Adam and Moses, and when the authority's on the earth, we believe that those teachings are coming straight from God, and people are able to practice certain things and give blessings and do just sacred callings. And so with everything that was happening in the 1800s and with just the social issues happening then,
Sure.
For African Americans coming into the church, it was really dangerous for them, and because there's a lot of hatred going to our church at that time. And so to my knowledge, I know that it was just for protection, and we believe in modern revelation. So when the prophets received revelation that during a certain time period they weren't going to hold the priesthood, and during the 1970s they received it back. And
I'm sorry. You said they received a message from whom?
From God.
So God changed his mind?
According to our like I said, we believe in modern revelation, and so.
I thought you also believed that God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So if you believe that, how can God change his mind? He was okay with slavery. He was okay with beating. He was okay with brutality. He was okay with black people being abused by the people of your church, as well as people who look like you, unfortunately. No offense. But like he was okay with that then, and then he got a revelation to God. I'm sorry, he provided a revelation to say, wait, not anymore. Fortunately, that happened around the same time as the civil rights movement. So it's fortunate for you guys that there weren't any, you fell right in line with, again, the status quo. So that's why I'm going back to what I asked before. Mm-hmm. How can you guys be a part of something? Well, actually, let me make it more specific. So I can't. Sorry. Well, no, because here's something that's kind of interesting. Actually, I wanted to pull up because I don't know if you guys read your Bible. Do you actually read this Bible? You know it? Do you know it like word for word? So you know part like right here in 2nd Nell 5:2 and. You know what I'm going for, right? Like why? Like how? Okay, so if you guys don't like actually believe this, because I'm hoping that you guys don't believe this, if you're gonna sit right here with us on the KC Infrared, check this out. Anyway, but like so we're here at second Nell 5:21, right? It starts at 20, but you can just go right to 21 where it says it. And he had caused the cursing upon them, yea, a sore cursing before their iniquity, basically their sins. For behold, they had hardened their hearts against him. They had become they become like unto a flint. Wherefore, as they were white and exceedingly fair and delightsome, white skin, light people. And this is interesting to me that God would be so racist. Like I thought God loved everybody, but he now is racist in the book that you guys are touting as the thing that you guys believe, and they're saying that this is what you. This is again, and now I'm just going by the book. So again, let me keep going. So it says, and delightsome that they might not be enticing unto my people. The Lord God did cause a skin of blackness to come upon them, basically meaning they were cursed. And this is talking about the Lamanites. Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
I got a real question. So
yeah,
we
sure.
just came here to share. Just about the gospel. And
no,
I come here to talk about like racial issues or anything.
No, I get that, but
we're not educated on the topic right now. As missionaries, we get lost in the gospel. So,
but if you're missionaries, how can you be missionaries talking about something and going out and talking to the people if you're not aware of the issues that the people are going through? So if you're because here's the thing, I was born and raised in the Church of God in Christ, right? Okay. Now I'm not a member of it now. I don't even tout and go on that. But I know that anytime you're going to go out and you're missionary, if you're going to be a missionary, if you talk to someone, you have to meet that person where they are. Right, how can you guys meet a person where they are in their situation, whatever they are, if you're not even going to address the fact that what you guys are going by is unfortunately antithetical to the message that you are touting. So I'm kind of curious, like what is the ultimate goal for you guys in becoming a missionary? Like I know you guys want to obviously convert people and tell them about the story of Jesus Christ and all that, and have whatever that version of it is. But like, what is like the ultimate goal for you guys?
For me as like a person?
No. I mean, like within the religion, because I know you like are doing the missionary work, because it's like you said before, it's a 2-year thing, and after that you go into I guess you go into like your regular life or whatever. Or okay, sure. So I'm not trying to act like I know everything, but I'm just asking, like, sure. So like, what is the ultimate goal? Like you go in, you do you do the rituals or whatever. You get a wife, got kids, you raise them up in the church. However that goes, like, where are you aiming for? What do you, everybody's just trying to get to the same place?
Yeah.
You sure?
We're all just trying to make it back to live with God again.
Everybody's trying to get back with God again. So wait, you said get back with God again.
Oh, that's a whole nother thing.
Hold on, wait. Get back with God. When we were with God before?
We do believe that, yes.
So okay, all right. So tell me about that. That's interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, so if you read the Bible in
Sure.
Jeremiah 1, chapter 5,
Right.
it talks about how God knew Jeremiah
Right.
before.
Right before, yeah.
He knew him.
Absolutely.
I know different Bibles talk about worded differently, but in a sense, he knew thee in thy mother's womb before.
Absolutely.
So
before he, right.
we know that we lived with God before he came to this life.
Sure.
And we came to this life to learn and to grow and one day return back to God again.
Man, real quick. I know. Like I said, it's a lot of people like myself that just usually see you guys out riding your bikes. You know what I'm saying? I say hi.
Yeah.
Some people might not say hi.
Facts,
But I understand that you guys believe in polygamy.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
No,
So
not
anymore.
y'all.
Is that
y'all.
Is it not anymore?
Not anymore. So
Man.
I did at one point.
Yeah. That was like Brigham Young's thing. Brigham Young, he was like the main dude. He talked about how Jesus had the 3 wives. He was like Mary Magdalene, Mary, and you got it in and got. Matter of fact, no, I'm sorry, it wasn't Brigham Young. It was Joseph Smith, because Joseph Smith said he was a direct descendant of one of Jesus's babies.
I have never heard that. I've never heard that. That's news to me.
Man, y'all gotta read up on y'all history, man.
I mean,
yes,
I guess the correct
source.
history, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, absolutely,
The source.
absolutely, and that's the thing, because like kind of like how we had talked about before, is like sure people can talk about like this is what I know, or this is how I know it, or whatever, and again here on the infrared we try to give out the information as best we know it,
right,
as far as we know it to that point. So
like I said, I could have said something right now that couldn't have been true. I'm just saying, like you said, I'm trying to say things to the best of what I can remember, and there's a lot of things I'm not 100% sure of. I'm just gonna read and continue to study it.
I would invite you guys to, honestly, because there's quite a bit of information that and again, don't get it from the source of where you get everything else, because of course that would be where you would.
Right.
And I'm not saying it like I know everything. I'm not saying that at all. I never try to tout or purport myself as that type of person. But I'll say that there's a lot of information out there that unfortunately doesn't paint you guys in the best light, and your history also doesn't support that. And a lot of the beliefs and a lot of the stories and a lot of the dogma that kind of surrounds it, unfortunately, isn't like really conducive to what sounds like something that anybody that looks like me would want to be a part of, unfortunately. I mean, honestly.
Can I give you my uncle? I got 2 black uncles.
Sure.
I'd love for you to call them. I would love for you to call them.
Sure. I'm not. No.
They're members of our church, and it's blessed their life.
Sure.
And I'm sure they've had questions the same as you. And I mean, like I said, I can't pretend to be like, I know where you're coming from.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that, because I hate when people do that.
I'm white. Like I can't. I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't pretend to be in your shoes. Like. Sure.
So I can respect that though.
I'm not. I don't want to I don't want to be like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know it probably bothers you. So I'd rather you have to talk to somebody that is a black male who's a part of the church. You know what I'm saying?
They don't have to be black. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with talking with anyone of any race about this situation. I don't see. That's the thing. I don't need a black person to connect with me to tell me that. Okay.
I just know you said you had like some issues with it, and I thought maybe you might want to hear it from their perspective too. Being a black male.
I mean, it would be nice, but I'm saying, like, as long as the facts are facts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Facts are facts. You can believe them, or you can run away from them. But how do you have 2 black?
So this is in the book of. My dad he grew up in a family of 9 siblings, and two of his sisters are my aunts. They married black guys. Well, actually I have 3 black uncles.
Oh wow.
Uncle Cleon, Uncle Josh, and Uncle Dula.
Wow. All right, right on. Shout out to Uncle Dula from the hood. Shout out to Uncle Dula. But and I know what they've since, especially since the blood part has been taken out. from Brigham Young, but man, he was like a fire and brimstone type of dude that would talk about miscegenation and talking about especially race mixing and how that was horrible, and like he was really that dude that kind of like would. So I mean, it's just now. I mean, I guess that kind of shows strides in your church and kind of how you guys have kind of progressed.
Evolved, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because where we're at now.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, look at where we're at now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're here on the info rail.
Something has to change. You know what I'm saying? But like with the like I said, the way the world is right now is. It's no way like all the old values or whatever should even be like relevant now, because like the world has shifted so much. Everything shifted and like I said, like I didn't personally know anybody that was black that was part of the religion, but like you guys just educated me on a lot of things. Like like I said, I thought polygamy was still legal.
Boy, it was popping.
That's kind of just based on like what you hear, because there's gonna be a lot of opinions. There's gonna be biased, right?
Yep.
And so our churches actually around the world, there's plenty of African American, black people that are in the church, and so you can definitely get their opinions. It's not as rare as you think. I promise you that.
Yeah, because if you look at,
I know you kind of see us as the face, just the white dudes on the bikes, but there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, and that's why I kind of want to go back to what you were talking about when you were talking about we were with God. But I'm sorry, you got cut off. You were about to read something. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, one point was our prophet. His name's Russell M. Nelson.
Okay.
And he's actually really good friends with one of the you might have saw it. I think he's like a Baptist minister for the nation. And that was almost time.
Almost, yeah.
Okay. And for the Black Baptist Church or something, he's one of the head honchos, and they're trying to build bridges. They're trying to do their best to help us to stay unified, because right now the goal is for everybody, like you said, to divide, to hate on one another, and that's
absolutely.
And that's the adversary. That's the Satan's plan. And,
right, and that's why I was kind of
we're all God's children.
Trying to ask, like, what is your position in? Like, if everybody's trying to be divisive, how is the church going to unite people, especially given your history and all that?
So I understand your question.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, given your history, how are you going to unite people with that? Under that, and say, hey, we sorry, time out, y'all. We didn't mean that. All that stuff back then is not the same. I mean,
I can't, like you said, I mean, facts are facts, and there's gonna be different sources, but I like what Randy said, how obviously it goes to show where our church is, where it's come to, it's progressed, and obviously we don't know all the answers to everything, and that comes down to the direct source, God, and to pray and to know for ourselves, because God's not a God of confusion, he's a God of truth, and so we believe that
you don't think it's confusing to say I'm down with slavery and then to say all right, I quit.
I didn't know we were down with slavery.
Well,
okay. Bro, I think they got to go.
Oh, they do? Okay, I'm sorry. I did want him to. He had a word he wanted to read. I apologize.
So this is in 2 Nephi 26:33.
Yep.
And it says, "For none of these iniquities come of the Lord, for he doeth that which is good among the children of men, and he doeth nothing save it be plain to the children of men. And he inviteth them all to come unto him and partake of his goodness, and he denieth none that come unto him, black and white, bond and free, male and female, and he remembereth the heathen, and all are like unto God, both Jew and Gentile." And so, I just love that. I just love that verse, because it just talks about how everybody, both black, white, he's not gonna deny his children, and
I just kind of find it interesting that a Bible would even talk about race.
Yeah,
I really find it interesting that a Bible, a holy doctrine, would discuss race. Why? You're giving the account of God. God made all the races. Why does God care?
I would invite you to read and pray to know if this is true.
Right on. Oh, you leaving this with me?
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Hey. We get our very own. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say real quick before they went, like just give us your social media handles if you have social media or whatever, where people can find you if they have questions, because they might have some questions,
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
So we have a Kansas City church page. It's called the Church of Jesus Christ in Kansas City, Missouri. And then our personal social media mine's just Cole James, and it'll say
James.
I'm a representative of Jesus Christ in the Kansas City area.
And you can't. That's two rappers, J. Cole and Trinidad James, right there in one person.
Yeah.
And my man,
So mine would just be Gordon Davis.
Okay.
Gordon is my first name, and also a really good source to check out. Honestly, is our church's website. It's comingtochrist.org.
Okay.
And you find a lot of good resources there to kind of understand where we're coming from.
All right, right on. Well, I want to thank you guys, honestly.
Yeah.
And, like I said, we just give out the information. We're not here to, pick out positions and all that. We get, as far as we know it, that's the information that we try to put out there.
Yeah.
So, I want to thank you guys for, joining us. I know you guys got to go and all that, get back before curfew. So, man, seriously, give it up.
Thank you.
Shout out.
Thank y'all for coming through, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, we about to have a little break on the
just a
real.
little intermission real quick,
We'll
so
be
we can-
right back. Out.
Slipping.
All right. See, so we ain't even live out.
Hold on, we live.
Okay,
They
see,
can't hear us.
See,
They can't
that's
hear
Mr.
us.
Hef. That's Mr. Hef.
Hey, yeah, we back.
Yo, all right.
Can you hear me now?
Yo, we back. Can y'all hear us? Are we good? Are we straight? Is it recording? Are we live?
Nah, we recording. Every last word
All
is
right.
on recording. Every last
Oh my
word.
gosh, man! Shout out to
Even our
again.
intermission.
Hey, shout out to Miss Tasha Shandon. She, Nurse Tasha, then popped up on the scene, checking out her Empowered Tea Colonized joint. Man, holla at Nurse Tasha. Get your tea colonized. Get your tea colonized. You dig? Anyway,
What up, Kieta? What up,
man?
Kieta? I see you, man. Thank
What's
you.
good, Candace, Kieta, and all the peoples who are checking us out on the info rail? Man, let us know what y'all thought about that last little segment. You know, we think it's a great time, a great opportunity to, speak with people who have differing backgrounds or have differing beliefs and all that. And I just kind of advise people, if you don't know a thing or if you're not informed on a thing, keep rolling with the info rail. We'll do our best to inform you. But seriously, if and when Google ain't enough, holla at your boys. We'll see what we can do. But especially,
we might have Jesus on here next week. Man.
hey, you got Jesus babysitter. You could probably get Jesus up in here. You already got the.
I'm gonna call him up real
You
quick.
got you got your saints to come through. So I'm just saying.
Man,
So why don't you go ahead?
I got connections, man.
For sure. Shout out to Shouts by Miko for the drink tonight, cause man,
Hey, what's this one called?
man, I don't know, but I know it's minty and
Miko, what's
I
in
like
here?
it. Yeah,
What's in here?
She ain't
Miko?
never gonna tell you what's. That's a problem. I'm a dude. She don't even tell me what's in it.
Man, they don't make products without labels no more. You know what I'm saying? That's illegal now. So,
Yeah, they're trying
Miko, we gotta know what's in
some
here. Sweet.
absinthe or something like that. I don't know, man.
But thank you for the drink, man. Every week we live.
Shout out.
Man, how your week been, man?
Man, my week's been good. Yeah, we ain't even get into the pleasantries
we
and all
good,
that.
we
Yeah.
good, we
All right,
back.
so we can chill. So we can kind of relax.
Yeah,
we
we
kind of
can
get that
chill,
out the
yeah.
way. Okay, cool. Not that it was pressing, but it kind of was. But all right, so yeah, my week was good. Work-wise, things are starting to ramp up a little bit, so that's been interesting. Just kind of seeing how things are moving and playing out. I won't get into it, but it's been interesting. Man, last weekend was super dope. I got to go to the Shy. I ain't gonna lie, and go see some of my people. You know what I'm saying? So that was amazing just to get out there and love up on some folks. You know what I'm saying? Still, practicing social distancing as best we could, but we got it in and we loved up on each other. You know what I'm saying? Still. So yeah, that was amazing. For me, it was a good recharge. And I ain't gonna lie, so I'm not a huge fireworks person. I won't probably be setting them off at any time. Only because it's stupid. Look, it's a waste of money. This is my opinion. The views and opinions you about to hear right now is coming from your boy Seven. So I'm letting you know. Look, fireworks, they cost too damn much, and you spending money to blow it up. I don't know. I can find better ways to blow up my money. I can find better ways to throw my money away. That's all I'm saying.
I can understand.
That's all I'm saying.
Like them being considered a waste of money, but
right.
Some of them come with an excitement. Like it's just like when you light it, you just never know what might happen.
After you done seen all the fireworks, how much more? Anyway, that's just me.
It's just like somebody buying a gun. Like it ain't no different. Like you know how.
So wait. So you need to just go pop off guns all the time?
Some people do that. Like I didn't do that this year. I didn't do that this year.
Right
I'm saving my ammunition for the purge. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's crazy. Well, I just put it like this. So again, I'm not a fan of them like that, but I will say while I was driving down the E-way in Chicago, it was beautiful to see like all the fireworks, just like the sky was just lit up. Yeah. And that's wild because fireworks are so illegal in Chicago. They so illegal. You know what I'm saying? But still, it was like I was in a parade almost of just going down the E-way going from downtown all the way to 159th Street, to the 159th Street exit. By the time I got to about maybe like 119th Street, that was about when they stopped. But still, it was like everywhere. They were just popping. Right. And I'm like, man, for me, that was dope. That was like a beautiful sighting. I won't participate, but it's good to see.
Man, I think like this year, like, I don't know, it just seemed like everybody was popping fireworks. Like,
seriously.
It's because we've been in the house,
social distancing and all that.
Whole social distancing, but like it seemed like everybody was actively involved, and I think it's a great business to get into, like the fireworks business.
Get you some M80s.
Yeah, like I've been talking to a lot of people that
who want these M80s.
That's been you know what I'm saying, like saying like
Got that half a stick.
tell
of
me
dynamite.
how to get the fireworks and all that, trying to get it popping. But like I think it's probably a lucrative business to get into. Seeing that if we ever live in a time like this again where people get their stimulus checks, I think a lot of stimulus money or whatever kind of money was spent on fireworks this year. Cause
Right.
Man, like the whole city was lit.
Mm.
Everybody was excited for the 4th. Like
Mm.
I don't, and even though we had people who were saying like, "Oh man, we're not supporting that holiday," like it seemed like I don't know, and it raises another question for me. Like,
go ahead.
will we ever get to the point where if we say,
Let's not do this
let's
thing.
not do this
Then
thing,
everybody
like,
doesn't do the thing.
right?
No. I'm going to just let you know. No, we won't. Because there's always going to be somebody amongst us who wants to be like, but this is my turn. I just got on. Can I float? Can I shine? I mean, I just got to the point where I can feel like I'm equal with these folks, whoever it is, whatever people they want to feel equal with. Like, I just got to this point. Just let me do this a little bit. There's always going to be somebody like that. There's always going to be that group of people. There's always going to be that, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if we're going to stick to the script, let's stick to the script and make it legit. You know what I'm saying? No rhyme intended. But for real, if that's what we're going to do, let's go ahead and do that. Because, I mean, hell, one of the things we was kind of talking, I mean, that's kind of brings us into, you know, one of the topics we were going to talk about today anyway. How did the solidarity go on the 4th of July and 7/7 day and all that? 4th of July, we wasn't supposed to go out and do no popping or nothing. And 7/7, we were supposed to like buy black only or wear all black or something like that and abstain from spending up. Like, how did that go? I'm asking because I kept seeing people like the next day feeling like, oh, look, the stock market took a downturn and so that means we made an effect. We had an effect. That's the dumbest.
How
It's the dumbest. Anyway, go ahead.
how do you think you can go a day with just totally living black, like just supporting black businesses all day,
dude.
every day?
Come on, dude. We already saw that on what was it Killer Warner on Killer Mike's show.
Killer Mike thing, how hard it was.
Yeah, when he was talking about how, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't go a day and just get and buy only from black people who only had black people's like black sourced materials and all that.
Yeah.
Because at some point, at somewhere up the chain, it's some white dude getting some bread off of that. At somewhere up that chain.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
What's important is equity.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And we lack that.
Yeah. We like
we
them
lack
out.
that equity. So we can't even self-sustain off our equities that we got. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have 10,000 pairs of Jordan or whatever, like whatever the hype is about at that point in time. But how long would that hype last? How long can you sustain from that?
No, absolutely. I don't know, and that's the thing, and that really tests a person's mettle. You know what I'm saying? That really checks and really, that's a nut check right there for, you know what I'm saying, folks on the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is right there. So can you really abstain from this thing? Can you stop doing this thing? Is what your goal is more important than your need to get this thing, whatever it is? Like, that's the question. That's the real question that's being asked. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. I just feel like, so I'm going to go back real quick. So,
right.
So on that day, you know what I'm saying, on the 7/7 day, 7/4 day, whatever, it was both days. And, people was getting excited. and saying we're supposed to shop black only, we didn't shop anywhere else, and that made an effect on the stock market. Anybody who believes that or who thinks that or who saw like a little downturn in the stock market and think that was an effect, an immediate effect from people not shopping that day, has never worked in corporate America ever and has no idea what anything is on a large scale. Because when corporations ain't worried about what we don't do on a Tuesday.
No.
Corporations do not care about what we don't do on a Tuesday, Wednesday, on one particular day out of a week. Especially if we're going to already do it on the day before or the day after. What's the point? We haven't made anything. I mean, what is it, to show that we can stand on the same page? We should be able to do that anyway. If we need to do that to prove to prove to ourselves that we can all be on the same page, then we probably need to start off small then. Let's start off small with, can we all hold hands and stand in line together? Can we stand in a circle? You know what I'm saying?
Can we
like
follow instructions.
That little bitty stuff like that, because if that's where it is, you know what I'm saying, then we are as good or are as bad as all these commentators is talking about how Kanye supposedly is going to take the black vote because take the black vote away from Joe Biden.
How?
Because I guess niggas only vote with niggas. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's just how we do.
There's a lot of people that ain't gonna vote, but
that's the goofy, man. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like go ahead.
It is what it is though. Like, I don't think a lot of, like, to me, he's not even eligible to run in 6 states already. So like it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Good luck to Kanye, whatever you're doing, whatever kind of stunt this is, because like it is a stunt in my eyes. Because like we don't know his politics.
What do you mean we don't know his politics?
We don't know Kanye's politics.
Well, I mean, he came out talking about Trump was like a daddy to him. He said he likes how Candace Owens thinks. He said slavery was a choice. He said Planned Parenthood does the work of the devil. He said I'm just saying, like we know.
I mean, we know everything that he says.
I mean, he also said he's no longer riding with Trump, but that don't mean anything because he's still talking the same talk he's talking. He just found a new God to praise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like if he's his own God now, okay, fine. But before that, his God was Trump. Before that, his God was Jay-Z. I mean, like whatever. He is always looking for somebody to praise. Personally, I think he's on the verge of a bipolar breakdown, but that's beyond the point. That's just my opinion. But yeah, just getting back on that whole Day of Solidarity thing. It just, I don't know. It kind of upsets me because people were getting so excited about it on Facebook, and it was just. I didn't have time to tell everybody this is meaningless. Like I didn't have time to tell. Like they were getting excited. It reminded me. Real quick. It reminded me. I saw this video about 2 weeks ago of his brother. I can't remember where he was, but his brother. I guess he had a little bit of military training, and he was. And I guess all these other brothers were like, we want to, get some military training. So we want to get our skills together so we can protect our homes, loved ones, and all that good stuff. Okay, cool. So they were doing that, and all he had them do was stand at attention. Say yes, sir, with some gusto, and I think stand at parade rest, which they couldn't even do. Seriously, let's be real. If you were a real soldier and you were looking at this, you would have been like, "What the hell is this?" But here's the thing: all they did was get an attention, say, "Sir, yes, sir," "No, I'm feeling fine, sir," and stood at the parade rest. And the women, woo, oh, woo, oh. Why were they even there? No offense, but seriously, why were they even there? Because it was like you applauding simple acts because they stood together for 30 seconds. We are talking about real people having real issues going on out here, and these people out here applauding grown-ass men graduating from kindergarten.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like it's like
I get it. It's
on
a
bigger
step,
scale of things.
But come on, man.
On a bigger scale of things, this minute is small. It's meaningless. It's like it's not even a decimal point. It's not even. You know what I'm saying?
It's several decimal points. You know what I'm saying? How they say 10,000.
Yeah,
it's one of them joints.
100,000 millionth.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
But like
right.
It's admirable to
For
see
sure.
like, okay, we can stand on something, but can we stand on something meaningful?
Can we stand on something meaningful?
Meaningful, like.
Well, I mean,
like it seemed like it was just like a new pair of shoes that came out that everybody wanted.
I mean, listen, I think we can as long as we stop letting people infiltrate our movements.
Okay.
I mean, because here's the thing, like Black Lives Matter. Let me just say I kind of said this before already, but yeah, I feel like Black Lives Matter. It had some good points, and it still makes some good points. But seriously, this transition that they've been making lately, I ain't with it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And not because I don't believe in anyone else's rights or anything like that, but it's just like that is a really hard turn that you just made. and we didn't even handle the first thing we were talking about. So now here we are talking about this other thing. You're like, wait, whoa.
Nah,
how did the black and white
we didn't get
sign
any
of
conclusion.
Black Lives Matter turn into black and pink? Like,
there was no closure.
What's that?
It's no closure on what they were standing for initially.
For sure.
So now it's just like, man, Black Lives Matter. You was with it when we first started. Just keep riding. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and that's the thing. But here's the thing, though. So we can have a movement, sure. But if we have a movement that gets infiltrated or pumped in by, people who are, we're just trying to help. But by the way, here's $100 million and I get to tell you what to do and I'm going to start running your programs. And oh, yeah, by the way, here's our new agenda. I mean, it hijacks the movement.
Right.
So like I'm saying, so when people talk about Black Lives Matter, good, yeah, fine. I want you to live it. I don't want you to just shout it. I don't want you to just have a sticker and put it on your shirt and show me your corporate sponsorship. I don't care about that. Show me that you know how to treat people well. Show me that you know how to be humane to people. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that I'm looking for out of people in general. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? We can't get that, and we can't argue. We can't have that argument and have that actual discussion because we keep having to have these arguments about or discussions about who actually is for us and who is against us and all this. We keep letting folks in.
Bro,
And that's our problem.
I honestly think that most of the times, like we I don't want to say we let people get away with some crap, some bull.
We do.
Some bull. Like but like I'm saying, like if the roles were reversed and it was me or you, it would have been like a harsher punishment, or it would have just been so much like energy put into like making sure that we learn our lesson when we can make sure that other people learn their lesson too. And shout out, I like where the conversation was headed with you and them earlier, but like, you know me, I ain't even gonna say like the clown or whatever, but like I like to maintain some kind of humor in it because
sure.
I know how it can get or whatever, but like I like where that was headed. Like I'm saying, like you made them like answer some questions about themselves, and I feel like that's how we supposed to do everything.
That's what you're supposed to do. Hold each other accountable. Let's be honest. Let's talk about it. I ain't saying like you need to put everybody's dirty laundry out there in the street, August Alsina. I ain't saying everybody need to put all the dirt out there, but like let's be honest about some conversations. Let's if we're gonna have some real conversation, if we're gonna have some conversations, let's be real about the content.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm talking about. Like we ain't gotta sit here and play these games with these minds talking about well, this is what I believe, and this is what I believe to this point. And I mean, okay, cool. I get that, but are you gonna look at the information that actually your belief is based upon? Right. I mean, because belief is it's come and go, homie. Let's roll with these facts, though. Let's roll with these facts.
That can change.
Let's roll with these facts.
The beliefs can change by like
your
the song come on, like
man.
You know
listen. Let me tell you about belief. So like just last month, the out the face. I heard we lost audio. It said we lost audio. Sound check. What's going on, man? I can't be sitting there profiting to 1,000 and ain't nobody picking up the melody of my beautiful voice.
Sound check. We back, man. Like
Somebody said.
I ain't gonna keep switching these scenes because like it seems like something's wrong every time.
Something going on with the snatch. I mean the snatch. Look. With the camera joint, it's throwing off the audio, so we just keep it on one.
All right, we're gonna keep it on this. Keep it on this.
Keep it on the one.
All right, it looks good.
Bad. Facts. All right, y'all can hear us, right? Yes, thumbs up. Can we get the thumb up? Somebody that? Yeah. All right, cool.
Miko say run it back. Nah, we got too many drinks right now.
We
can't run it back.
Right. What you talking about? You set this up on here. You expect me to get home with this?
Somebody says Kanye suffers from mental illness, but he's brilliant with. I guess that one said he's brilliant.
He is. Absolutely, Kanye is brilliant.
Yeah, he's brilliant
In music,
there's no doubt about
here's
it.
the thing:
He's brilliant.
just because somebody is dope in music doesn't mean that they're dope in politics. Just because somebody is dope, listen, my brother is dope in music. He's amazing. He'll learn how to play guitar in a couple of hours and play you a song by the end of the day. That's my brother. He's just one of them types. I wouldn't trust him to run my school for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, just because I wouldn't trust.
Maybe he could run a music school.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't trust him to run my nation. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trust him. And this is my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he couldn't do it if it came up on him, but I don't want. I know he. First of all, I know he doesn't want it. Second of all, that ain't his game. That ain't his game. His brilliance in one. It's not. There's no transitive property that says that brilliance is just transferable from subject to subject. Oh yeah, I know how to be. I'm a brain surgeon, so I can also pump out some Wagner real quick. Do this.
I mean, with time, it could be transferred.
Sure.
With time.
Yeah,
but
it takes time. Kanye been talking politics since 2016.
Right.
Oh, I get.
Charles just corrected it. He says he's brilliant with his craft.
Okay.
So
yeah.
The same thing that you were saying.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, well, I'm sorry, not 2016. Since George Bush don't care about white people.
Right.
I mean, black people. So ever since George Bush don't care about black people, Kanye, I guess, has been kind of fake ass, politicized. But it's funny how George Bush don't care about black people, but Donald Trump is like a daddy to him. I don't know. I don't know what the game is. I don't know what to call it with him, but I'll just put it like this. Let's have some common sense for a second. Can we talk common sense, ladies and gentlemen? All right, let's do it.
We can.
Listen, I could have swore we just had about 800 people running for president. We had a whole system, right? We had people who was like doing that whole, the voting thing. We had to vet people and all that good stuff. And then we got down to the last person. People was dropping out and all that, and dirty laundry was coming out and all that stuff. It was like 38 people at least. I don't know, something like that. We did all that. And then we got down to the one person who's running against the incumbent. So, what is Kanye supposed to do? Is he joining as what is he? Is he running as an independent? He's filed no paperwork. Let's get this straight. He's filed no paperwork. It's
all talk.
Everything he's done is just talking.
All
talk.
Dig?
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like he's on the brink
it's possibly
psychotic.
Right. Like it's possibly just him. Probably like I know when his mom died or whatever. Like he was on that kick saying that he could run for president. Like he said that back then, but like I'm thinking, like you said, he's just having the same.
What is he just trying to?
The same, just saying
dreams for his mama. Like he's Obama now. He got his own book on me, dreams of my mama.
I think he's just probably trying to follow through with what he said, but which he's not filed any paperwork.
Yeah,
he's not eligible in a couple of states.
Sure.
So like at this point, I think it's just another publicity stunt on his end. Like I don't see any difference between him and Candace Owens.
No. Candace Owens is trying. She's vying to be like. She's really like pushing to be America's white black woman. Like that's the role she's actually aiming for. She wants to be America's formidable resource on everything black that she knows nothing about.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, that's what she and so she wants to like be the head black woman who talks about black people.
Got you.
Matter of fact, she wants to be the next Omarosa.
So
that's what she wants to be.
Okay. So with Kanye, him like siding with Trump, what does that make him?
You said
like he was siding with Trump, like Trump was his buddy, and
he did for a while, and now he supposedly has thrown away and given away all his MAGA hats.
Okay, so at this point, let's say we give him a chance to actually take this presidential stuff seriously. What is he gonna throw away during the midst of the election? Like it's like he's like I don't think he's like consistently like portraying the same message. Like his message just switches and like turns and like and I understand like that's cool for music, but not for no running no country. Like
dude, yeah. I mean you switching like a you know what I'm saying. Hey, switching like you on a stroll. So bro. I mean that's what I'm saying. That's the game he plays. So I mean, I put
Kanye
it like
ain't
this.
gonna be no fool, man. He said he's gonna be the hoe.
Somebody
Switch up.
said he got an album dropping. So to me,
okay.
that sounds more like that's the move right there. People need to do bigger and better things to get their music heard. Like August Alsina dropping all this information and then saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, I got an album. Check me out." You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, you want to talk about that?
Like I'm gonna put my information out there in these streets, and I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, we can.
Okay.
I'll put it like this. You can go ahead and give your opinion. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get to it real quick, and I'll just say this. So, you know, what I'm saying, switching the subject. August Alsina, singer, entertainer, young man, apparently has revealed that he had a sexual
entanglement
relationship, romantic and sexual relationship with Jada Pinkett, wife of Will Smith, of actor and entertainer Will Smith, right? So, and then just today, Jada comes out and confirms it, but then says like Will didn't okay it because they were already like separated at the time or whatever. But my point is, I don't care. That's your business.
Does.
That's your business.
Nobody does.
That's your listen. So, like, if you decide to invite somebody into your bedroom, you and your spouse, or if y'all decide to bring somebody in, y'all need to get an NDA signed or something like that, or just let it be known, nothing that happens in here needs to leave here. Or even if it's something like, hey, my girl gave me a hall pass, so I get to go do what I want for the weekend, or even with a dude, you know what I'm saying? Some dude gave his girl the go ahead hit the stroll coupon. I don't know. Either way, so
send her to the street.
I'm just saying, the streets. Anyway, but I'm just saying. So if it's something like that, so what? That's their business.
Right.
That's their business.
But it's entertaining for not for me, but for like the common folk. Like they find it entertaining. Like it's like you go on YouTube, that's trending. Like you go everywhere. That's a trending topic. Like it's irritating to me, for one, because like people take bits and pieces of it, just like the interview with August.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody saw the full interview, the interview in its entirety, where he was talking about everything that he's been through.
Right, he's got some real issues going on. Yeah, but what they hung on to was the most salacious thing.
Exactly. The
2
thing
minutes
that they shouldn't even be worried about. Like they wasn't a part of it. I wasn't a part of it. You wasn't a part of it. Like, why does it matter?
Why any of y'all even being bothered with it? I mean, seriously. That's the type of stuff that makes me say, man, you know, we don't all have to be on the same page, because we just gonna have some people who get easily distracted by shit like that.
But at the same, that's true. And at the same time, like the whole vibe of trend, where people just like the ability to be able to generate your own thoughts of what matter, what prioritize your thoughts. I would say that's lacking. That was lacking in that day of solidarity, because okay, what is it? What are you gonna achieve from it? Like, did you come up with like a personal goal sheet?
Right, was
from
there a
it?
plan?
Was it a plan attached to it? Was it something that
to what end was that? And that's why I was asking the elders. I was like, okay, so y'all are doing this to what end? And I honestly, we'll get on that in a minute. I'm gonna end it off with that. But I just kind of feel like, you know, when you're making an action, sure, you're making an action. Just making an action for the sake of, well, at least it showed that we could. Nah. Symbols, leave the symbols to the symbol-minded. I'm telling you, there's too much real stuff that's going on for us to be sitting here getting locked up in symbology. Okay, sure. They changed they took down Confederate flags. Yeah, they should have did that a long damn time. But I'm saying they should have did that a long time ago. So what now?
Are they gonna change the rules?
That's what I'm saying. Right? That's what I'm saying. So they took down the Confederate flags. They're taking down the statues. What laws have they changed?
None.
What administrative people have they moved?
None.
What people who have actually had an effect on somebody? Because it's not just the police. It's the people who allow this stuff to happen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So which of those people are being ousted out? I haven't seen any politician or any person in power being moved. All I'm seeing is symbolic victories, symbolic gestures. We're seeing like Black Lives Matter being painted on Fifth Avenue in front of Trump Tower. Okay, sure.
What's they gonna do?
And even the mayor de Blasio in New York decided to join in and help him out. Okay, cool. what did you do to fix shit?
Nothing.
How does this yellow street fix anything? It's beautiful. Because I think people should realize, yeah, Black Lives Matter. But hey, what are you actually doing to fix it? To show that you mean that other than just sitting here and saying, hey, let me, you know what? We can paint another street. How about we paint Fifth Avenue? That'd be great.
And at the same time, possibly somebody's profiting from the streets getting painted, and I'm almost sure they might not be black.
I mean, probably.
Let's go out the street right now and start painting it. We gonna go to jail like a month. We gonna go to jail.
Man. Oh, yeah. I mean, there are some powers that be that are making these things. I mean, sure. Again, like George Carlin said, great comedian, R.I.P. He was a beautiful, beautiful thinker. The man said, I leave the symbols to the symbol-minded.
Yep.
Y'all can have all that. Let me know when they bring in real change. Holler at me when the change is coming. You know what I'm saying? Because knocking down a statue, I mean, yeah, that's a great thing. Take that shit down. It shouldn't have ever been up. Shouldn't have ever been up. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's come from a place of honesty. Let's talk about things as they actually are.
States want to change their flag. You should have thought about that a
long
time ago.
You want to change your flag. Right on. Change your flag, homie. It should have been changed. You riding with the side that lost. That's a fact. Traitors. That's what you rolling with. And you're talking about heritage? Well, your heritage is that of a loser. And that's what you rolling with? You riding with that? You like to exalt the losers in your life? I'm just saying. Anyway.
They're comfortable with that.
I know I'm getting off on one. But I'm just saying, in all honesty, we need to talk about what actually needs to be talked about. So let me break this down. So I'm kind of getting all over the place, but I promise it's going somewhere. So we got we were supposed to have that day of solidarity, and we got Black Lives Matter talking all this, stuff that they talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
And I ain't gonna lie, like there have been a lot of those posts, those if Black Lives Matter, this or that, whatever posts, right? Like if Black Lives really matter, X, Y, and Z. But it's to me, now I will say it's, because I've said this before, it's funny how they always talk about how Black Lives Matter. They only say that in terms of like violence or whatever, but they never say it like in terms of lifestyle. Now I get it. Sure, there is violence
at the table.
Yeah, like if Black Lives Matter, let's get black people to be in control of Black lives. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Let's eat better. If Black Lives Matter,
exactly.
like I never hear that, but those are arguments that also need to be made. But I'm gonna say this. So at the same time, while I will say, like I said, I support the statement and the ethos behind Black Lives Matter. I don't support the group because I don't know what they own. I'm gonna just be real with you. But hey, if y'all sitting out there and talking about Black Lives Matter, and you really mean it, and you living it and showing it and all that good stuff, I'm with it because that's what it should be about anyway.
Black Lives Matter is a lifestyle, man. It's not a statement. It's not a group.
It's not a trend. It's not a wave. It's not a wave. That's what y'all gotta understand. It's not a new set of Jordans that's coming out. It ain't. I mean, hey, if it is a wave, that's because we the wave. Y'all been riding our wave forever. Seriously, ever since we've been creating stuff. Anyway, let me back up. But for real, But listen, so if we leave Black Lives Matter to do their actual thing, whatever that is, police brutality, trans, LGBT, LMNOPQRS, all that, if that's the thing, sure, leave them to that. But at what point do we actually talk about people on the street doing ill on the street that ain't cops? Like, when do we get to that point? When do we get to that point when we're like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Good cops should turn in bad cops. Okay. Good people should turn in bad people. Right? Right?
Only when it's a virus or
isn't that how that should go? So if you see like somebody out there, like, listen, here in Kansas City, there's a young boy, Legend Teleferro, who was shot in the face, 4 years old, in his bed. He's already battling cancer. Next thing you know, he's shot in the face and died. You dig? And now that we've got the FBI, we got the feds overreacting. Everybody. We got 100 agents coming to Kansas City for what? The feds don't handle murders. What are y'all here for? See what I'm saying? What is that about? So we've got
to get some black people off the street, man.
Sure, I guess, but what we really need, and please, everybody, I'm just, saying, again, I apologize for kind of being all over the place, but listen, be safe out there, especially people in Kansas City, because I don't know what the feds is doing, but the feds is watching. But I'm saying,
Man, we just
like, what, would you say, what?
nothing. No, I just said, hey, I just walk through the door, man, kick my door, man.
Man, facts. Hey, they might be trying to do the no knock warrant or something like that. But seriously, everybody be safe. But my point is, sure, leave them to do whatever they're supposed to do. What about when they gone? If Black Lives Matter takes care of all the police brutality, people still gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Kiaro. He was talking about this earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are still gonna get killed because people here are still killing people. And here's the thing. It's not just because of us. I mean, yeah, it is because of us, but it's also because politicians have allowed it.
Exactly.
Over the past 5-6 years, they've completely lessened the guidelines or the obstacles necessary or that were in place to keep people from just anybody getting a gun. I mean, it's to the point now where you don't need a CCW. Anybody can have a gun. You don't have to. You can carry. You don't have to conceal.
But
I mean, you can conceal if you want. You can
on
show
top-
it if you want.
on
It
top
doesn't
of that-
matter.
On top of that,
Everybody can have
look
guns.
Look at all the regulations on the people who are making guns. Like, they don't make guns to hunt, or they don't make guns.
They make them to hunt. Just
no. They don't make them just to hunt. Like I'll make a gun to hunt a deer. Nah, they're designed to kill. Like, so somebody benefits from a gun being used to kill. Like, somebody
Absolutely.
benefits from a gun being placed in a young black man's hand.
Absolutely.
An uneducated young black man, because half of these people, like, they get this street knowledge, but at the same time they really don't know what their purpose is or what the purpose of the gun is. You know what I'm saying? They just use it to ruin stuff that they don't know about. They don't even understand life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that we have to be accountable for that. Like, pour me up, man.
Facts.
We got to be accountable for that, man.
Mm-hmm.
As hard as it may sound, we might say, we supporting not buying nothing on the 7th or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, what does that really change? It changes nothing. It changes nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. We got to have longer vision. We got to have longer, bigger expectations. Because if our expectations are, hey, we can all stand in the line. Look at that. We can all say, feeling fine, sir. Oh yeah, we're ready for war. First ones to get slaughtered. I mean, if that's what impresses you, listen. If that's what impresses you, I can't. Let's see. My man Rio, he chopped in. He says, man, in Arizona, I can walk into the gun shop and buy any gun I want with no felony.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
you can walk into a pawn shop here and get one.
And here's the thing. So I remember I used to have this argument with a friend of mine in Chicago before guns were legal in Chicago and all that. And he was a huge gun advocate, right? Black dude. And he used to say, well, if everybody has a gun or if everybody has the potential to have a gun, then no one will get robbed because everyone will think, well, you don't know if this person has a gun on them or not.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, what? Where are you? What kind of? If I think I can get something that can get somebody slipping, and I'm on bullshit, I'm gonna get somebody slipping.
Exactly.
Cause I'm on bullshit.
having a gun
What are we
to
talking
somebody
about?
who's not educated about it, it seems like an opportunity for them. Like, for them, it seems like an opportunity. But like, if everybody has a gun, like, I don't think that that encourages a lot of BS to go on, because everybody's not on the same page that you're on.
But
like,
that's
having this for protection. Some people, okay, I'm having this. I'm gonna run up in the bank. I'm gonna run up in Walmart. I'm gonna do something. You know what I'm saying?
Go get that 2-piece with cheese. You know what I'm saying? However it go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hop over this counter and go get my Popeyes chicken fresh. You know what I'm saying? However that roll. But, you know, I really want us to have, you know what I'm saying, better, like actually think about what our focus is. Think about what it is we're marching for. What are we moving for? What do we want? What is our goal? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's the agenda?
seriously, what are we doing? You know what I mean? What are we aiming toward? How are we trying to get better? How are we trying to make this thing better? How are we really trying to fix stuff for us? Are we out here just to make noise, sound of fury, signifying nothing? Or are we really trying to aim for something? Because if we really trying to aim for something, like I said last week, some of us actually want things. Some of us actually want good things. We want a house,
Man.
you know what I'm saying? Safe neighborhood. We want to live around people who also want these same things, whether they look like us or not. Doesn't matter. I just want to live in a peaceful neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want those things, and you know what that'll take? Sometimes it's gonna take getting the people who gonna do bad stuff off your block. Sometimes that means you need to speak up and talk about what's actually going on in your neighborhood and in your community. Sometimes that means that you need to step up and say, hey, I ain't no snitch,
Bro,
but
unlike like I said this on a couple of episodes
yeah, for sure.
prior to when the whole quarantine was in effect, unless it directly affects their lives or somebody in their family, then that's when they're gonna start reaching out and saying, "Oh man, that was my brother." That was like, unless it directly affects them,
Yeah.
then it's open season. It's nothing's gonna change.
No, you're right.
Nothing's gonna change.
You're right, and that's the thing. Listen, and my boy Kiaro said it best. He said nobody's gonna treat us better than we treat ourselves.
Facts.
Nobody's gonna. I mean, that's it.
Big facts.
Nobody's. I mean, who else is gonna give it to us? I mean, if we don't show ourselves that respect, how can we expect somebody else to give it to us? Just because we sit there yelling and screaming and say, "You supposed to." Hey, everybody feels like you feel. Sometimes you don't feel like doing your job at your job, right?
Facts.
Then how is a cop or public servant or anybody else who's out there? Well, they supposed to just be robots? When are you a robot? When does your robot shift start? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Like, let's be real. Let's be real and realistic about what we're aiming for and what we're trying to get, if we're trying to get something. Or if our goal is just to make noise, hey, have at it. Y'all go ahead and do the noise making. Go ahead.
To see some action.
Man.
F the noise.
Facts.
Hey, what we got up next, bro?
Hold on. Okay. Man, hold on. I'm gonna just pop in with Rio real quick. He says, right now I'm in a black gun group. It's about 500 black folks in the group. It's gun training every Saturday. Hey.
That's dope.
Hey.
That's dope.
Hey. I'm with it.
That's
with
dope.
it. You out there doing some survivalist training, man? Is that what you're doing? You had to get off the grid? That's why you at AZ. You had to get off the grid and go ahead and
man, he getting ready for the purge, man.
Man, he getting ready. Hey, he about to be purge master. If you teach me your ways, man, for real. I don't want to get caught. But then he said that because that's the focus black people are here. Okay, I feel you. He says basically the black people in Arizona, that's what they own. They own it. They with it. They with the book. I mean, there are pockets of places. We've seen the people in Georgia, Texas, some of the new Black Panthers down in, I think they're in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen some military, some brothers doing some, doing some meaningful things, some powerful things. I just, again, I don't want any of that to be in aggressive mode. But I will say, but I had to pause for a second. Had to send out the signal. but you know what I'm saying. So I don't want it to be in aggressive mode, but I hope you know what I'm saying everything they do is strategic. Because I would want to be, I would definitely, if I were to be a part of something like that, I would definitely have to be moving in some sort of strategic. Not just like, let's just go out and make noise. Let's shoot our guns loud. Bow, bow, bow. We gonna run in, shooting our guns in the air. And then they gonna give us respect.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
We need a seat at the table to get respect.
We need to break the table. Build our own table and be like, hey, this is the new table. Cause the table y'all had wasn't nobody that looked like us at it. It's 12 families sitting at that table.
The feet
and
on the
all
table
of them ain't us.
The feet on them tables was messed up, you know what I'm saying? So we have to switch it up, bro.
Stand it up.
Switch
stand
it up. Switch it up. Flip that over.
Man,
Flip it over.
It's my crazy.
What's good? What we got next?
Man, so it's been getting kind of heavy in here. We kind of talked about the religious thing. We kind of talked about Kanye. I kind of want to bring it.
Easy.
I just want to kind of bring it back. Just, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Pat Mahomes
Okay.
just signed a
12-year, 10-year.
10-year contract with the Kansas City Chiefs.
And he already had 2 years left in his.
Man,
other
already had
contract.
2 years left in his deal. Mind you, his girl is still his girlfriend.
Okay.
I mean,
As she should.
I'm sure she's excited, but she's still his girlfriend.
As she should.
I ain't heard nothing about wedding bells. I ain't heard no
He
engagement.
probably married and we don't even know. About
Hey, he might be, but he better get that prenup. Otherwise, he gonna get that Dr. Dre treatment. You know what I'm saying? Miss Young gonna come through with that fully mature chin and be like, "Where my half at?"
Nah, I think it's Pops and them been in the game way too. It's Pops been in the game long enough to know to guide him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of.
No, I hope so.
I seen that comparison made with him and Stephen Curry or whatever. They're saying that basically they both grew up with dads that were in the respective sport industry or whatever, or they played
and they won early.
They won early, so they had.
And they both like skinny did.
But they both had like they've been around stars. Like this ain't nothing new to them. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
So like with that said, that should help them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not make the right decisions or make the right choices or make the wise choices when it comes to how he goes about spending his money.
I mean, I guess.
Bless you, my brother.
Yeah, I thought I was about to sneeze. Anyway, shout out to Mr. Mahomes for his joining the Half a Billy Club.
Shout out to him.
So basically, he's almost at if the contract plays out, if he gets all 10 years, he will make or accumulate somewhere in the area of about $472 million. If you round it up, it's about $500,000. So shout out to him if he does that. I will maintain, though, there have been no NFL quarterbacks who have played when they've signed 10-year deals.
Yeah, they ain't played the whole.
I think the last one I saw or heard of was Dante Culpepper, and I don't even know where Dante is. Like, I don't even know if he played 10 years flat in the league, total. It might have been, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but yeah.
See, Michael Vick got that big contract, got jammed up.
Man, yeah. Mike got that.
McNabb had a big contract. He ain't do too much.
Man,
but to be honest with you, bro, I like the fact that
he's not like any of these dudes. But go ahead.
No. I said I like the fact that the Chiefs want to make him their permanent quarterback. I like that. But in the same breath,
yeah,
like I think. Like, they pretty much own his life at this point because he can't really have no fun.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say,
skydiving.
He can't, no skydiving, no sea-doos, no jet skis. None of that. None of that, son. None of that. No motorcycles.
None of that.
Nah, your life belongs to me now. I bought it.
It's like
bought it,
like,
homie.
And
cash. I paid for it cash.
$500 million. But right. I was looking at it like if let's say what's like is that to me it looked like I was happy when I heard that he got a big contract.
Yeah.
But like the length of the contract bothered me because like to me it's like, man, bro, we own you now. Like you gonna see how many people gonna try him now just for him to act out of character to say he got money now. Like he's gonna get the most turbulence coming at him now that he done signed this big contract, and I feel like he is not gonna be given the space to really be himself or express himself how he wants to because he has this big contract weighing over his head, saying if I gotta say the right thing, I gotta get a publicist, I got I
mean now granted, like you said though, he's been around, so he kind of knows like the things to say. He knows, right. You know what I'm saying. You know, this ain't new to him to the extent where he'll need that much grooming. You know what I'm saying? He kind of has an idea, I think. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Do you think he deserves it?
The contract?
Do you think he deserves $500 million, son?
I think with him
And
on the
here's
Chiefs.
the thing, and then let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let's just say he starts to really ball out of control. He maintains his trajectory and he
Okay.
just keeps doing what he's doing. Year 4 or 5, you think he's gonna say he's like, hey man, you gonna
Up that.
yeah. I mean, what's that supposed to look like? Now he's he's gonna be the first billionaire quarterback. I mean,
Hey, I think it's possible. I think it's
Man.
definitely possible.
That's wild,
Like,
yeah.
and that's
I mean,
another
God
thing
bless
too.
him. Sure.
That's another thing too. Like I think they probably see this growth potential because that's how they draft people off
Sure.
growth potential or whatever. And sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong.
Yeah.
And they see his growth potential, seeing that with him, the Chiefs can win like I say another 3 Super Bowls. They could win another.
You think another 3?
They can win 3 more Super Bowls.
Wow.
with him on the
Ladies and
squad.
gentlemen, you have heard it here first on the KC Info Rail, proselytizing by Mr. Randy
Yeah.
Hizef.
They could win another
What?
couple Super
3
Bowls.
more Super Bowls.
3 more Super Bowls.
So
with
they
him.
just maintain the squad.
maintain the squad or just get receivers.
Don't nobody get sick.
Don't nobody get sick.
Get hurt.
The
Nobody.
defense that they game up a little bit. Like
Okay.
the Chiefs can be in the Super Bowl for
So
the
as
next
long
5
as-
years.
Man. Okay. Hey.
And I think
You
that's
said next 5?
Yeah. for
So
the next
so they
five.
can go to the next 5.
For the next 5 Super
But they
Bowls.
could probably
They
win 3
like
of them.
3 of them.
Wow. All right. Well, listen. Listen. If the Chiefs do some craziness like that, and all of a sudden they in Steelers territory, because
Yeah.
then they would have like what 5? Because they've already won. Have they won?
So this is
2?
the second Super Bowl.
Have the Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls?
Uh-huh.
So they've won 2. Yeah. So if they win 3 more, that would be at 5. I think the Steelers have 6 or 7. So yeah, they be up in that because for a long time, the Steelers were the only team that had 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They were the first team to 6, and then here come the Patriots with their punk game. Anyway, but I'm just saying. So hey, if the Chiefs do it, I guess, man. I guess my boy is saying them days are over though. He's saying them days are over. They ain't that good. I don't know. I mean, listen, Tua down in Miami might surprise some folks. Personally, I think he might.
You said who?
Tua. Tagovailoa, I believe is how you say his name.
Whatchamacallit?
Yeah, the Polynesian brother out there. Yeah. Speaking of which, it was kind of interesting. You know any Polynesian people?
Not personally.
Man, I played ball with a bunch of folks, man. I used to love my poly people. Like them and like Caribbeans and Polynesian people was like a match.
They vibe.
Man, it was like a match that nobody knew was supposed to happen, for real. But it was always wild because they were like every time I meet one, they're always, or majority of them are LDS,
Okay.
like Latter-day Saints church. It's kind of I don't know. That just popped in my head just now. Like, man, this is kind of interesting. Anyway, sorry. So speaking of which, I just wanted to share some information. I'm sorry, were we through talking about Mr.
Yeah, we done talking about Mahomes.
Man, Mr. Mahomes. Okay, so listen. If you all are just joining, I wanted to say, first of all, thank you all for tuning in to the KC Info Rail.
Thank you.
On behalf of Mr. Hef and myself, I want to thank you all for checking us out. If you missed earlier, I invite you to check out our first half hour, the first portion of our show today.
We had a halftime break today.
Was kind of electric. It was kind of electric. Shane-Dale, you missed out. You need to check it out. Am I saying your name right? I apologize if it's Shandale because it looks like Shane-Dale. Anyway, but you all, I think, would have had a great treat. Because we were talking with some ministers who were part of the LDS church. Elders. Elder Cole and Elder Davis. And, so they were sharing some of their information with us. And, of course, they were ministers and they didn't, they were 20-year-old. 20-year-old young guys, very respectful and everything. And, I hope they didn't feel like I was like coming at them too hard. But I still wanted to ask them questions about their religion. And just put the facts out there as I know them. So, again, but I want to share with you some of the stuff if you missed it, because this is some information I thought was kind of interesting. So, for all my black people, peep this out. In their book, in the Book of Mormon, which they actually left with us. So,
and they left us a copy, man.
They
should
did.
have had them sign it.
No. They would have them sign the Book of Mormon. Man,
my bad.
that's blasphemous, man. I don't think they would do that.
What you mean?
They wouldn't do it, but you probably should have asked. You should have asked. No, that's goofy. Anyway, so they left us their book, but in their book it says, 2 Nell 5:5-21. Wherefore, as they were white and exceedingly fair and delightsome, that they might not be enticing unto my people, the Lord God did cause the skin of blackness to come upon them. And thus say the Lord God, I will cause that they shall be loathsome unto thy people, save that they repent of their iniquities. And cursed be the seed of him that mixed with their seed. See, he was talking about how his uncle is black. He had a black uncle, and his black uncle was married to some white folks and all that stuff named his family. I'm like, hey, but it's right here in your Bible. It says mixing is wrong. What you gonna do about that? Anyway, cursed shall be the seed of him that mixed with their seed, for they shall be cursed, even with the same cursing. And the Lord spake it, and it was done. Like that's their religion. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that. And one would say that's their religion. Let me stop.
Nah, I learned a lot.
That's the book from it. And
I learned a lot today.
But
bro.
see, here's let me drop you
Go
off
ahead,
some more. Though.
go ahead.
All right. So here's some other stuff that I just thought was interesting as I was preparing for today's show. So, so the Mormons, they'll tell you they believe in Jesus Christ and all that. Yes, they do. But they believe that Jesus and Lucifer were God's sons. And it was first two sons, but God made like 1 billion kids with all his wives that he was having out there having space sex.
Polygamy.
Lots of space sex. God was having tons of space sex. He did it. So here's what it was. So God is Elohim, and Elohim is just one of many gods. It's like there's tons of gods out there, but Elohim is the main God that they praise. So there's that part that they didn't talk about. That they never talk about.
Bro. He said she commented. She said it does. You're not supposed to mix any nations, no matter what religion you practice.
Hey, that's what it say. Right on. I guess. So I guess my mixed daughter is a problem. I guess my Asian daughter is a problem. I guess she's cursed. God bless her. But so Elohim is the Heavenly Father. He has many heavenly wives, right? They live on a planet near the star called Koloth, where he has billions of spirit children, right? But the main two, like I said, were Jesus and Lucifer.
Okay.
All right. And so in their Bible, it's weird. Like I said, I just thought it was interesting that in their Bible that God would be so specific about race. Like in their Bible, God talks about race a lot. Apparently, it doesn't happen in the King James, and King James was on some BS anyway. He was on his own BS. Bible, but man, the Mormon Bible, black, white, Indians. Like wait, that's very specific. You sure? When was this? Yeah, Jesus got real specific in his. All right, let me write. Keep it going. So it uses trigger words like white meaning delight or delightsome meaning white. But black is cursed. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting. Now, some of the earlier LDS members, like Brigham Young especially, used to have this theory. Now, this one blew my mind when I saw it. They believed that God came to earth as Adam with one of his wives as Eve. So basically, he came to earth as himself to defy himself when he said, "Hey, don't eat of the tree," and the woman did, because I guess he knew. But let me stop. so that was a belief. And yes, John Smith did claim to be one of the direct descendants of Jesus's babies that he had with either Mary Magdalene, Mary, or can't remember the other woman. But Jesus apparently had 3 wives in their earlier beliefs. They've since changed that belief, but I'm telling you, that's what they were believing before. And the Israelites, the true Israelites, are the Native Americans that were here in America.
Okay.
So that I don't know how that's possible. Now, so here is something.
So it's a religion that's centered around America.
Yeah, I mean, dude, John Smith. So they said that John Smith started at age 14 or something like that. He was a charlatan. He was a con artist. He was arrested and found guilty of polygamy in New York, and he hightailed it from New York to Illinois and kept on going west until he ended up in Utah. That's how he ended up out there. Now, what did he used to do in New York? He was a dude who used to tell people that he could read and read signs and all these things, right? And had these mystic powers because his parents, that's what his parents believed. That's what they were into, right? So his parents were into all this mysticism and all this bull crap. They, you know what I'm saying? So he grew up believing in that. And so he actually said and believed as he got into Christianity that none of the Christian sects or anything. Matter of fact, let me see. I got the direct quote. He says,
this boy right here.
Hold on, homie. He says, join none of the churches. Let's see. Join none of the churches forth. Wait, hold on. Make sure I get it right. Oh, yeah. All the Christian creeds are an abomination. Their professors are corrupt. They draw near to me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Basically saying, ain't no true religion out here. I need to start my own. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's funny that around the same time that the Latter-day Saints Church started, the Seventh-day Adventist Church started, the Jehovah's Witness Church started, and the Scientologists, you know what I'm saying, came up last. So it's like, there was, dude, and each one of them basically was like, well, they're not practicing right, but now I have the story. And it's always that every single one of them decided to come. Right. I like how Rio said they. Who is they? I have no idea who they are. I don't know. I don't know. But it's interesting how these or those of faith or whatever. I mean, if you look at I guess, and I had to kind of like take a step back, and I was like, man, it's interesting. We got a history in the United States of basically. The Pilgrims came here for what? They were escaping religious persecution. I don't even know if it was religious persecution anymore. Maybe it was just like they don't want to practice what they was practicing, and I'm going to come over here and do my own thing. I'm going to switch up and do my own thing. Oh, you don't like that? All right, fine. I'm going to start up my own thing. All right, cool. Do it. This one's cool for a minute? Fine. And now I don't like it anymore. I'm going to go ahead and start my new thing. I mean, because that's basically what happened. It's like every 20 years there was a new religion from the 1820s up to the 1890s. You know what I'm saying? To the 1900s. Like, there was a new religion every 20 years. And they just kept on popping them out like, oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. No, this is it. This is it. And so here's one of the things that was really interesting about Joseph Smith, who's a dude who started this freaking religion. And he had 34 wives himself. I mean, let's be real. I mean, in the LDS church, they actually praised Joseph Smith and they put him higher than Jesus. Now, I don't care. I honestly have no dog in the fight. But I'm just saying, like, I thought Jesus was supposed to be the dude because he was like, he's supposed to be God's son, right? Like, God, Jesus. I thought that was like, everybody knew it was God and Jesus, right? But now they're basically like, God, Joseph Smith, then Jesus.
They all the same.
They're not all the same. No, Joseph Smith is above Jesus because of all he did by bringing the religion to the people in America. Now, here's something that used to be bad about him because in his charlatan ways before he found religion, this dude would he would put his head in a hat and be like, I'm translating these scrolls, and basically he was just coming up with shit, just making up shit. So he's like, I'm just so like some people came and they had some gold plates or whatever, right? And in the Bible they'll say in their Bible they'll say that these plates were planted. Jesus planted these plates, and Joseph Smith found them, and he was able to interpret them, and from that he was able to create the Mormon Bible.
God planted the plates.
Jesus planted them when he came back to Earth, when he came back to America.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Joseph Smith was a smart mother.
Joseph Smith was in there. I mean, it was a good thing that he had 34 wives. You know what I'm saying? Some as young as 14. It's a good thing he had that. You know what I'm saying?
I like this batting average, man. 34 wives.
Hey, he got it in. You dig? You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying so he got it in hustling folks. And so somebody came around, you know, like people going from town to town and stuff, like people selling elixirs and all that stuff, and like with the carts and all that. Somebody came up and they was like, "Hey, I got these gold plates," and he was like, "I'll take them," and he was like, "Those are the Egyptian scrolls and blah blah blah." So he was just reading. So he would take them, just like so in New York. I said he did a thing with the hat and put stuff in the hat and be like, "I'm telling your future."
Stuff.
So then he took. So now he's in Utah. He takes that's the
like
same
one of
thing.
my uncles or
Gets in the
something,
hat. Gets in the hat, takes the gold thing, puts it in the hat, and says, "Oh, God is saying blah 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 blah." Now, and if people's like, "Oh, really? Tell me more. What else does God say? Can you write it down?" I mean, it got to a point where one of his wives took one of the plates from him and was like, "All right, well then, if this is what God say, then all right, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna switch it up, and you can read it back and then tell me." So now, so it's gotten to a point where now in the LDS church, they no longer say that Joseph Smith got the word directly from God, but that he was inspired. See how things change, and that's what I'm saying. So when he was hit, they were here earlier, and they were talking about like God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. I'm like, okay, how's he the same? But he was okay with slavery. How's he okay? How's he the same? But y'all was okay with keeping black people out your church. How's he the same when you know what I'm saying? Things have changed. Things have changed. Ain't nothing changed. Y'all did. Y'all changed. The truth been the same. And that's what I'm saying. Faith and all that stuff. Hey, God bless you however you believe. But truth and facts, that's just where it's at. You can choose to believe it or not on you. And that's what faith is for me. You know what I'm saying? But as far as I know, like, I mean, this Joseph dude was crazy. And this is the last thing I want to put out there.
He's a hustler.
This is the last thing I want to put out there because I had look, y'all can see I had pages. I had pages and stuff. I was about to go in.
Let me tell y'all this, man. Like I told him about this today, and I'm lightweight impressed. Like not even lightweight. I'm impressed that he even came up with all this. Cause like for me, it was gonna be a walk in the park. Cause like you know how I do. Like I'm
for sure.
Yeah,
always, happy go lucky. Keep it light.
Yeah, keep it light. But like I like that you came and like applied pressure. Not to say that we weren't trying to make him uncomfortable or nothing. We were just like we had questions. I had questions.
I wanted to know real stuff, and I've never had the opportunity to ask someone who purported himself as someone who's a master of the information. So I figured, okay, well, if this is something that you're a master of, or you purport yourself to be, then show and prove. Show and prove. I mean, I could get into, you know what I'm saying, what it says in Luke of talking about how, you know what I'm saying, if you don't the person who was speaking the truth will be able to. Let me stop. Anyway, y'all getting y'all Bible because I've been in there and I know what it talks about. So but I'm just,
we're gonna have to do a show about religion one day, man.
Nah, we ain't doing that. We're not doing it. But I just want to add this last thing. So this is the funniest thing. I won't say funniest, but the most interesting thing to me at the end. So I was really trying to get them to admit, like, what is your goal? Okay, you got your wife, your kids, you wear the, and I wanted to ask them, like, you wear the funny drawers because you got to wear these funny drawers while you're abstaining. Yeah.
Hold on, they gotta get in the hole for getting hazed.
Yeah. It's like a full on outfit you and the woman is wearing. And here's what's funny. It's funny because a lot of the stuff that they're doing are very close and similar to Masonic rituals. But again, I won't get into that. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that they're doing is very occultish. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to people being discommunicated and leaving and all that good stuff. So, I mean, it's not as heinous as stuff that you would find out from like the Church of Scientology, but it's definitely up there. But anyway, so last thing I wanted to say, and like again, I was trying to get them to admit it, but they never said it. So, in their belief, their God, Elohim,
comes to America.
is Jesus comes to America.
Okay.
But God is Elohim, and he is one of many gods, and he rules his planet, and he has planet sex with his with his many wives and all that, and he makes billions of people, and he rules over whatever, I guess, his children. I don't know how it works. Getting to the point, their ultimate goal, dude, is to be, like he said, to go back and be with God as gods, so they can have their own planets. That look right there. Did y'all see that?
Take a sip to that.
Oh.
I want to be a god.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they want to be able to rule other planets. So, I mean, I don't even know how to get. I don't know how to put my head. I don't know how to put my arms around that whole, all of that. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. You got any thoughts, Mr. Hef? How you feel about that?
Honestly, I knew like certain things about it, or certain things that were popular that were said about it, but like I learned a lot today, like as far as this whole, like I thought they like was just basically their thing was based around the Old Testament or whatever, but having their own book and like man, like this religion thing, like it can throw you for a loop.
It's
man.
always
like,
interesting to me when people say like, "Yeah, I'm a Christian. Yeah, I study the Bible," and you're like, "Okay, well, cool." And you pull out something, you're like, "What Bible you studying?" Because wait, I thought you said you studied the Bible. Wait, what's that? What's that? This ain't the King James. They ain't the Ryrie. They ain't the Zondervan.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? That's not the. You know what I'm saying? It's not the parallel.
This
you know what I'm saying?
This life, man, is made to confuse people. I think, man, you just gotta.
It says another testament of Jesus Christ. Like another one. I think, man, this is. It's just so wild to me. It's so wild, and then there are so many points within there.
I'm gonna read that more. I'm gonna read that.
All right, I'm gonna leave it here. But
there
there are some points within their dogma wherein they actually had to go back and adjust things because, well, their prophets, they gotta update, they gotta upgrade. You know what I'm saying? So, which is wild to me because it's like in the Bible it says, and I'm not a Bible thumper, but this is your thing. This is your thing. No, don't get mad at me. Hey, this is your thing. I'm supposed to be an idiot who don't know nothing. Like you're supposed to be able to educate me and like really be able to, you know, whatever. And I'm not saying that was his job or that's what I was asking him to do, but I mean I would think that's. Like you got the word, you can do that thing. But I mean, it says in the Bible that if a prophet is making a prophecy, and it don't come true, then you ain't got nothing to fear because the word ain't in them. So, I mean, Joseph Smith had all kinds of prophecies that didn't come true. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of them. But to this day, they put him on a higher level than Jesus Christ. So I don't know. That to me, that's hilarious, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just leave it right there.
I really learned a lot today.
You
like,
know?
I'm not even going to lie.
Keep saying that.
I'm not even going to lie to you. Like,
sure,
it's like half of this stuff, I don't think about stuff like that. Like, I just, like, I don't know. Maybe I just need to expound some more. Start reading some more.
I mean, go ahead.
Start, like being hungry for how people view the world, religion, or whatever. I guess I'm just caught up in my own little world or whatnot. But like this is like this is some confusing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
what you mean?
Nah, it's confusing in the
How's
sense.
it confusing?
It's confusing in the sense that we can have 15 different religions and they all aiming for somewhat the same place. But
and everybody has a different method of getting there. And so it's like, wait, so that's why it was always weird to me because, you know, growing up, I had some cousins who my cousin, the boy, because there were 3 girls and a boy, the boy who was the same age as me at age 12. We had all grown up in the same church,
right?
But at age 12, suddenly they were now Muslims. Like one of them, like all the names had changed and all that, and so I was like, okay, well that's fine. I mean, I still love my cousins, I still love my people, I still love them. Like, what else am I supposed to do? And so I'm like, okay, well, but they say, like, so in the Bible it says, I am the way. Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Okay, I am the way. If you're the way. And my cousins are now Muslims, and they believe
they're
that
out the way. Then
right? Are they out of the way? Are they like what's going to happen now? How does this move? How does this work? You know what I'm saying? And so that always made me feel like everybody is sitting there feeling like, well, I got it. But I ain't seen nobody really show it. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is they say that they got, I mean, you know, God bless them if they got it. If they really truly got it, God bless them. I have yet to see it myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's about where I'm gonna leave it for tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the elders, for real, and I appreciate their time. I appreciate you guys for coming out and you know, sharing the message with us. I just, you know what I'm saying, I just can't roll with the history and everything that I was able to be privy to prior to this show. So,
man, shout out to you, man. You did your research, man. Like I said, it was just gonna be fun and games for me. Not funny games, but like just presenting the information to our audience or whatever of what they are. And I wasn't trying to sway him into saying they wouldn't be a Mormon or whatever.
I was. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just like presenting it to him, learning what it is, like gather some information from him, ask him some general questions that I I got while I was on my way here or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But like I like that you did your research. You came prepared. You were, you know what I'm saying. But that was dope. I like that.
Man, I mean, I appreciate it. I think we ought to do some more of these. You know what I'm saying? Just get some folks to come out. Who do y'all think we should talk to next?
Man,
who would y'all want to see us, you know, have a debate with, or
you know what we should do?
Conversation with, like maybe once a month.
I just got an idea.
Oh snap! What's up?
I just got an idea. Next time we have a guest.
You sure you want to say it live?
Yeah, you're right. I'll probably, yeah, you're right. You're right.
See, right. Not everything is for public consumption.
You're right. Sometimes I get excited.
See how that goes.
Sometimes I get excited, but yeah, right. We talk about it.
Mm-hmm. But man, so how you feeling about the show today? You good?
I think it was a great show. Like we explored different avenues. We did our same old thing that we usually do, but we had some people come in and
a little bit of something new.
We had a studio audience and all that. You know, what
man,
I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was rolling deep.
It was 4 men here. You know, they could have whooped us if they wanted to. They could have took us. You know what I'm saying?
The comments when we first started, like it took everything in me not to start laughing. Like, cause
they was going ham in the comment section. I appreciate y'all. Seriously, thank you, and I invite your input every single time. And thank you for riding the rail.
Man, seriously. If you got any questions, just hit us up. KCinfoRail, KCinfoRail.gmail.
Yeah, KCinfoRail@gmail.com. If you got any questions or anything like that. Or
if you even want to be on the show,
absolutely.
Get interviewed or
hit
something.
us up, KCinfoRail@gmail.com. Hit us up on Instagram or Twitter. You know what I'm saying? The KCinfoRail. We are out there. We growing this thing. Man, I'm feeling good about it. Absolutely.
It's great, man. Like compared to where we started, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I like where we headed right now. You know
started from the bottom, now we here.
Man. Started standing on my 10 toes and I'm still here, you know what I'm saying?
Man, but
it is what it is, man. You know my regular spill, man. Remember, life don't get easier, man. You just get stronger, man. You know what I'm saying? This Randy Hef, man.
Man, and I just want to say, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no Jesus follower, but I'm pretty sure he's bigger than Joseph Smith. That's all I got to say.
Well, goddamn.
That's all I got to say. I don't care either way, to be quite honest. But I mean, because they actually believe that Joseph, so on the day of judgment, you're judged by Jesus, God, and Joseph Smith.
I don't want to be in that court, man. I don't want to be in that court.
All right, I'm done.
Shout out to my people, man. Shout out to Cole. Shout out to all the other elders that came through.
Facts. Elder Cole, Elder Ibsen, Elder White, Elder Davis. Thank you all 4 elders for coming through. I appreciate you guys. I make jokes, but I definitely do it in love, and it's all respect. So it's your boy 7, Mr. Randy Hef.
Man, we signing out. Kansas City Info Real. Thank you for riding. Peace. And we out.
Man.
Get off this line.